From an early age, many of us were taught that the key to escaping poverty is simply working hard and saving money. The idea that a stable job and cutting expenses lead to financial freedom is widely promoted, but does it really work? Robert Kiyosaki, author of the best-selling Rich Dad, Poor Dad, shows us that this mindset can actually trap us even further in the cycle of poverty. After all, why do so many people remain stuck in financial struggles despite working tirelessly? Why, after years of effort, do many fail to build wealth? The problem isn't necessarily how much they earn, but rather how they use their money. Kiyosaki teaches that the real path out of poverty isn't just about earning a higher salary. It's about changing the way we think about money. If you've ever felt like your paycheck disappears as soon as it hits your account, that there's never anything left to invest, and that escaping this situation seems impossible, then this video is for you. Throughout this script, we'll explore the principles that can transform your financial reality. Even if you're currently earning very little, we'll discuss how to shift your mindset, how to start building assets with limited resources, and most importantly, how to break the cycle of poverty through financial intelligence. The first thing we need to understand is that money alone doesn't solve the problem of poverty. If that were the case, everyone with a high income would be rich. However, many high earners still live paycheck to paycheck, without any real financial security. The real secret is learning how to make money work for you, not the other way around. But how is that possible? How can someone with a low income actually start building wealth? Let's break these concepts down step by step in a practical and accessible way. Now, take a moment to imagine that your financial life doesn't have to stay this way forever, that there is a path to financial freedom, no matter where you're starting from. Let's explore together how to turn that into reality. If you ask someone why they're still struggling financially, the most common answer will be, because I don't earn enough. It sounds logical, right? After all, if more money were coming in, the problems would disappear. But if that were truly the solution, why do so many high-income earners still find themselves in debt? The truth is that poverty isn't just in the wallet, it's in the mindset. Robert Kiyosaki explains that what keeps people trapped in poverty isn't just a lack of money, but a lack of financial intelligence. This means that even if someone starts earning more, if they don't know how to manage and multiply that money, they will continue living paycheck to paycheck. Society teaches us from an early age to work for money, but it never teaches us how to make money work for us. We grow up with an employee mindset, not an investor mindset. We're trained to seek security in stable jobs, pay our bills, and, if possible, save a little. But this approach rarely leads to financial freedom. The biggest mistake most people make is spending everything they earn. As soon as their paycheck arrives, it already has a destination: bills, debts, small luxuries, and by the end of the month, nothing is left. This cycle repeats indefinitely, and any salary increase simply leads to a proportional increase in expenses. This is known as lifestyle inflation. The more you earn, the more you spend, without actually building real wealth. So, if you want to escape poverty, even with a low income, the first step is to break this cycle. And that starts with a mindset shift. You need to stop working just for money and start making money work for you. But how do you do that in practice? How can you start investing and building wealth even on a low salary? In the next section, we'll explore simple and accessible strategies to transform your relationship with money and begin creating a solid financial future. If there's one concept that can completely transform your financial life even if you earn little, it's this: pay yourself first. This simple yet powerful idea is one of Robert Kiyosaki's core teachings. However, most people do the exact opposite. They work, pay all their bills, cover daily expenses, and if anything is left, they think about saving or investing. The problem is that there's almost never anything left. When you commit to paying yourself first, you're flipping this logic. Before paying any bills or spending on anything else, you set aside a portion of your money to invest in your financial future. This amount may be small at first: 5%, 10% of your salary, but what matters is building the habit. But here's a common concern. What if I don't have enough money left to pay my bills? This is exactly the mindset shift you need. When you prioritize paying yourself first, you force yourself to find ways to cut unnecessary expenses, eliminate waste, and even explore additional income sources. The question isn't whether you have leftover money to invest, it's whether you make it a priority. Think about all the expenses that seem non-negotiable: bills, rent, groceries, entertainment. Now ask yourself, is there anything that could be adjusted? Could part of that money be building your financial freedom instead? Robert Kiyosaki teaches that the rich always find ways to acquire assets before paying expenses. They understand that invested money can generate returns in the future, while expenses simply take money away. This is the fundamental difference between those who remain poor and those who build wealth. In the next section, we'll explore how you can start acquiring assets even with a low income, in which accessible investments can put you on the path to financial independence. Now that you understand the importance of paying yourself first, the big question arises: what should you do with that money? After all, saving alone isn't enough. You need to invest in assets that generate income and make your money work for you. Robert Kiyosaki makes a clear distinction between assets and liabilities. Assets are anything that puts money into your pocket, such as investments, businesses, or rental properties. Liabilities, on the other hand, take money away from you, things like finance, cars, credit card debt, and impulsive purchases. The key to escaping poverty is not just increasing your income, but accumulating assets that build long-term wealth. But how can you do this if your salary is low? Here are some practical strategies. 1. Financial education comes first. The first asset you should build is your knowledge. Even without money, you can learn about investing, entrepreneurship, and personal finance. Read books, watch videos, and follow experts in the field. The more you learn, the better decisions you'll make. 2. Start small, but start. Many people believe they need large amounts of money to invest, but that's not true. With small amounts, you can already start investing in stocks, real estate funds, and even cryptocurrencies. Investment platforms offer minimum deposits that fit any budget. 3. Generate extra income and direct it toward investments. If your current salary doesn't allow for major investments, find ways to generate extra income. This could be freelancing, reselling products, offering specialized services, or even renting out assets you already own. The key is to allocate this additional income exclusively to building assets. 4. Avoid bad debt. Credit card debt, loans, and financing can drain your ability to invest. Prioritize eliminating these debts as soon as possible so your money can be directed toward income-generating assets instead. The secret isn't to wait until you earn more to invest. It's to change how you manage your money right now. Even small amounts, when properly allocated, can grow over time and become the foundation of your financial freedom. In the next section, we'll talk about the importance of building multiple income streams and how the rich never rely on just one salary to survive. One of the biggest differences between the rich and the poor, according to Robert Kiyosaki, is that the rich don't depend on a single source of income. While most people rely solely on their paycheck, the rich create different revenue streams that keep generating money even when they're not actively working. If you want to escape poverty, one of the most important steps is to build multiple income sources. This may seem challenging at first, especially if you feel like you're already struggling to manage your current finances, but it's a process that starts small and grows over time. Think about this. What if you lost your job tomorrow? How long could you survive on the money you have saved? For most people, the answer is frightening. Relying solely on a paycheck creates a huge risk. Any crisis, layoff, or unexpected expense can destroy your financial stability. That's why the rich diversify their income streams. They have investments that generate dividends, businesses that continue running even without their direct involvement, rental properties that provide passive income, and other strategies to ensure financial security. But how can you start building multiple income streams even with a low salary? Here are some practical ideas. 1. Passive income through investments. Even with little money, you can start investing in income-generating assets, such as dividend-paying stocks and real estate funds. Over time, the returns from these investments can become a valuable extra income source. 2. Side businesses. Having your own business, even if it starts small, can create a new stream of revenue. This could be something simple like reselling products, offering online services, or monetizing a hobby. 3. Shared economy opportunities. Today, there are many ways to make money without a large initial investment. You can rent out a room in your home, offer transportation services, sell digital products, or even rent out equipment you don't use. The key to success isn't finding a miracle investment, but rather building these income streams gradually. At first, they may not seem like much, but over time, each one becomes a fundamental pillar of your financial freedom. In the next section, we'll talk about how to avoid the traps that prevent people from building wealth and why so many end up spending everything they earn, even when they have opportunities to grow financially. Despite good intentions and hard work, many people remain stuck in poverty because they fall into financial traps that block their progress. Robert Kiyosaki warns that without financial intelligence, money will always slip through our fingers no matter how much we earn. These traps are deceptive because they seem like normal habits or even signs of success. However, they are exactly what prevents wealth building and keeps most people stuck in the cycle of working, paying bills, and repeating. Let's look at some of the most dangerous ones. 1. The illusion of status. Many people spend money to look rich instead of investing to become rich. They finance cars, buy designer clothes, get the latest expensive smartphones, and live a lifestyle beyond what they can truly afford. And this isn't just a problem for low earners. Many high-income individuals remain in debt, trying to maintain an image of success. The problem is that these purchases are liabilities. They take money out of your pocket instead of putting it in. Instead of spending money on things that only impress others, the focus should be on acquiring assets that generate income. 2. The hidden cost of debt. Credit cards, loans, and financing may seem like easy solutions, but in reality, they are traps. Compound interest causes small debts to grow rapidly, eating away at your ability to invest. Before thinking about building wealth, it's crucial to eliminate bad debt and learn to live within your means. 3. Lack of control over your own money. Many people simply don't know where their money is going. They spend without planning, don't track their finances, and then wonder why they can't save anything at the end of the month. The first step to escaping poverty is taking control of your money-tracking expenses, cutting unnecessary costs, and creating a strategic budget. 4. Working only for money instead of making money work for you. The employee mindset keeps many people stuck in a cycle of trading time for money their entire lives. The rich, on the other hand, use the money they earn to acquire assets that continue generating income. The sooner you shift your mindset, the faster you can start building wealth. By avoiding these traps and adopting smart financial habits, you begin to escape the rat race and take concrete steps toward financial freedom. Coming up next, we'll explore how to apply the rich's money rule to accelerate this process and start multiplying your wealth even with a low income. Many people believe that to get rich, they just need to save money in a savings account and wait for it to grow over the years. But this is an outdated mindset. Robert Kiyosaki teaches that the rich don't just accumulate money, they make money multiply. Saving money without investing it is like storing seeds without planting them. The value of money sitting in a savings account or checking account loses purchasing power over time due to inflation. That's why anyone who wants to escape poverty must learn to put their money to work. But how can you do this in practice, especially with a low income? Here are some fundamental principles. 1. Money should be an employee, not a boss. Kiyosaki says that money should work for you, just like an employee works for a company. If all your money is spent on bills and expenses, it's being wasted. But if you invest part of your money in assets that generate more money, you're building wealth. 2. The power of smart investments. Even small amounts can grow significantly over time if invested correctly. Here are some accessible options for beginners. Accessible investment options for beginners. Real estate investment funds, REITs fees, allow you to invest in real estate affordably while earning rental income regularly. Dividend-paying stocks. Solid companies distribute part of their profits to shareholders. Digital businesses, creating online products or services, can generate passive income with a low initial investment. 3. The smart money cycle. The rich follow a simple cycle. They earn money, invest in assets, use the returns from those assets to reinvest, and continue growing their wealth. This creates a snowball effect, where money starts growing on its own without requiring constant effort. The biggest difference between the rich and the poor is that the poor work for money, while the rich make money work for them. Even with a low income, if you start directing part of your money into investments, you'll be building a financially free future. Coming up next, we'll explore how to think like an entrepreneur and create financial growth opportunities regardless of your current income. One of Robert Kiyosaki's greatest lessons is that true wealth doesn't come from a fixed salary, but from the ability to identify and create financial opportunities. Traditional thinking teaches us to seek security in stable jobs, but the rich see the world differently. They think like entrepreneurs. Even if you have a job and depend on it today, developing an entrepreneurial mindset can be the key difference between staying financially stuck or starting to build wealth. But what does thinking like an entrepreneur actually mean in practice? 1. Solve problems instead of seeking security. The rich understand that money always follows those who solve problems. The bigger the problem you can solve, the more money you can make. Instead of just looking for a higher paying job, ask yourself, what problems can I solve? How can I add value to others and be rewarded for it? This could mean starting a small business, offering a service, or even finding ways to stand out at your current job to earn more. The key is to stop relying solely on your salary and start looking for ways to increase your income by creating value. 2. Turn skills into income. Many people have talents and skills that could be monetized but never explore that possibility. Can you teach something? Offer an online service? Do you have knowledge that could be sold as a course, consulting service, or ebook? These are smart ways to build additional income streams. Today, the internet offers countless opportunities for those who want to start a business. Even with little money, you can sell digital products, work as a freelancer, open an online store, or even create monetized content. 3. Reinvest your earnings to grow. Entrepreneurship isn't just about making extra money, it's about reinvesting that money strategically. Those who think like entrepreneurs understand that their initial profits shouldn't be spent on unnecessary luxuries, but should instead be reinvested in new assets, knowledge, and business growth. The key difference between the rich and the poor lies in how they use their extra income. While most people increase their spending whenever they earn more, entrepreneurs use that money to generate even more money. Coming up next, we'll explore how to adopt an investor mindset and build a solid path toward financial freedom. If there's one thing that sets the rich apart from the poor, it's how they view money. While most people see money as something to spend, the rich see it as a tool to create more money. This is the investor mindset, and developing it could be the decisive factor in escaping poverty. Robert Kiyosak teaches that there are two types of people in the financial world: those who work for money and those who make money work for them. If you want financial freedom, your goal should be to join the second group. But how can you do that in practice? 1. The power of compound interest. Many people believe that investing is only for those who already have money, but nothing could be further from the truth. Once you understand how compound interest works, you realize that even small amounts can grow exponentially over time. For example, if you invest just 100 reals per month in an asset that yields 10% per year, over 30 years that amount could grow into hundreds of thousands of reais. The secret is to start early and stay consistent. 2. Avoid common beginner investor mistakes. Many new investors make two critical mistakes: waiting for the perfect moment to start. The truth is, there will never be a perfect time. The sooner you start, the better. Chasing quick profits. Real investing isn't gambling. Getting rich overnight isn't realistic. Wealth building is a continuous process. Where to invest even with a low income? If you're just starting out, you might wonder, where can I invest if I don't have much money? Here are some accessible options. Real estate investment funds, FIAs, even small amounts can generate passive income through rental earnings. Treasury bonds, Tesouro Direto, a safe option for beginners who want to start investing with little money. Dividend-paying stocks, solid companies share their profits with shareholders, creating an extra income stream. Your own business, a small investment today can grow into a significant source of income in the future. The most important thing isn't how much you invest at the beginning, but simply that you start. The key to an investor's mindset is understanding that money should be multiplied, not just saved. Coming up next, we'll discuss how patience and discipline are essential on the path to financial freedom, and how to avoid the short-term mindset that keeps many people poor. Many people want to get rich quickly, but they're not willing to follow the real path to financial freedom: discipline and patience. Robert Kiyosak teaches that wealth building isn't a one-time event. It's a continuous process that requires long-term consistency. The problem is that most people have a short-term mindset. They want immediate results, and when they don't see quick money, they either give up or jump into risky opportunities that promise fast gains but usually end in failure. 1. The power of slow and steady growth. The rich don't build their wealth overnight. They invest consistently, create assets, reinvest profits, and let time do its work. That's why many of the world's greatest fortunes were built over years, not through short-term bets. Think of a farmer. He plants a seed today, waters it, and takes care of it patiently, knowing that he will only harvest the fruits in the future. But many people want instant results, so they keep jumping from strategy to strategy. Never staying long enough to see real results? 2. How to develop the right mindset. To achieve financial success, you need to change the way you think. Here are some key practices. Think long-term. Instead of focusing only on what you can gain right now, ask yourself, how will this benefit me in 5 or 10 years? Stay consistent. Invest and build assets regularly, even if it seems like a small amount at first. Time will make your wealth grow. Avoid the trap of instant gratification. The more money you put into assets instead of liabilities, the faster you'll reach financial freedom. 3. The test of time. Those who persist win. The difference between those who become wealthy and those who stay trapped in poverty isn't just how much they earn, it's how much time they dedicate to building assets and their patience to reap the rewards. If you follow the right principles, avoid risky shortcuts, and have the discipline to maintain a long-term strategy, your financial situation will inevitably change. Coming up next, we'll conclude with an inspiring reflection on what financial freedom really means and how you can start this journey today, no matter your income level. Final thoughts. Financial freedom is a choice. We've reached the most important point of this journey. Financial freedom isn't about luck, it's about choice. Robert Kiyosaki teaches that anyone can escape poverty and build wealth if they are willing to change their mindset and actions. If you followed along this far, you've already realized that it doesn't matter how much you earn today. What matters is what you do with that money. People who earn a lot can still remain stuck in the cycle of poverty if they spend everything on liabilities. On the other hand, people with lower incomes who invest and build assets can become wealthy over time. The key difference between those who achieve financial independence and those who stay in the same place is the decision to take action. Here are the fundamental principles you can start applying today. Shift your mindset. Stop thinking like an employee and start thinking like an investor and entrepreneur. Pay yourself first. Before spending on bills and unnecessary expenses, set aside a portion of your money for investments. Build assets. Invest in passive income sources that will continue to generate money for you in the future. Avoid financial traps. Stay away from bad debt, impulsive spending, and the temptation to look rich instead of becoming rich. Be patient and disciplined. Financial success is a marathon, not a sprint. Final message. The choice is yours. At the end of the day, achieving financial freedom is not about luck, it's about making the right choices consistently. You don't have to wait until you earn more to start. No matter your current income, you can begin today by making smarter financial decisions. Investing in assets and committing to long-term growth, your financial future is in your hands. The question is, what will you choose to do with it?